A new enhancement to the banking window is the actual cash. If I open banking, so now the actual cash amount that was banked each time banking is closed off can be entered into this field, so you just manually type it in there. The field will default to the total of the cash transaction, so it will default to show the cash transactions calculated in MedTech, and then it's just a matter of overwriting that amount. Also, a new total field has been added, it's just on the left, and this will display the total value of the transactions in the banking. So it will just show the total amount, but it's going to exclude the cash value that's been entered by the user. If you do alter the actual cash, when you come to close off the banking, and if you filter, you'll see that there's now an exclamation mark next to that day's banking, just to indicate that there was a difference between the cash and the actual cash. So the amounts were different. Users are now able to use the modify close-off function with banking. Now this enables banking periods to be modified without affecting other banking periods between the one that needs to be undone and the current banking. So this would be used if you've closed off your banking at 5 o'clock and then someone's come through and done a payment at 10 past 5 and that is now showing in the next day. You can actually modify it so that payment would go back in and be with the correct date. So back with the previous day's banking. So for this to be able to work, there are 3 conditions that need to be met. The first is a single closed off banking period is selected in the filter banking screen. The income needs to be set to all, so the income provider is set to all in the filter banking screen. And thirdly, the subsequent banking period has been closed off also with the income provider selected as all. So I'll just go through an example of this. So I'll open the banking and filter to a previous date. Okay, now if I come up to the banking menu, down to modify close off and select this. Users will need to be given access to this in their staff setup. So now in the access tab of the staff setup you can actually enable the access to modify close off, so you can also decide who you want to be able to use this function. And OK. So this is the modify banking close off window. I can see the close off date and times for each close off, and I can also see the totals for all of the amounts as well, and there's the field for the actual cash field there too. So the 2 payments for the 14th I'd want to move down to be with the others in the 14th box, so I can actually change the time of the close off on the right, so we can adjust this here. So I've modified the close off to be 5 PM. Scrolling down, I can now see these showing in the bottom box, so with the rest of the payments from the 14th of March. Now that we've modified the banking, then the totals, so for the cheque and cash and FPOS, all those totals will change accordingly. In the modify banking, when the cash value is changed after the transactions are moved, so when you've adjusted your close off and the cash total changes, the actual cash value, so the one that you manually can enter, remains unchanged. And because of this you get this message here. So this just lets you know, and then you need to proceed accordingly with what you want to do. So if you want to change the actual cash value or leave the actual cash value as is. There is an audit trail for the modified banking, and this is found under the banking menu. So down to audit information and across to selected close off. And here we can clearly see the banking changes that happened and also the staff member that did it. There's also the option to audit the undo close off, so to see who's undone the banking. So again, we came up to the banking menu, down to audit information, undo close off, and I can see all the dates for the bankings that were undone. And view audit will give you more information on that as well. To be able to modify the banking, you do need the access in the staff setup. So I'll come to setup, staff and members, click on the staff name and I'll just bring this in a little bit, and the access tab, and there's the modify banking tick there. So if you want users to be able to modify the banking, you need to give them the access and the staff setup. The deposit supplement has been adjusted to include the new actual cash field. So I'll just open the banking again and I'll filter it to a previous banking and print deposit, and here we have include actual cash value. So now that's been updated to incorporate that new field.